Hi guys, so welcome back to another T45 online class. We are today looking at some butterfly guard details and got a couple of requests to kind of go through some more detailed explanations of how the sweeps work, and just something I kind of wanted to cover anyway, so it's a good kind of a good time to cover it. So we're just going to start by running through our development drills for butterfly guard. Again, these development drills are really simple. You can do them with anyone in your house. If you can grab someone, they don't need to know Jiu-Jitsu for you to practice. And then the actual technical drills, which are kind of a bit more specific, so if you can get someone to put up with you for a half hour to try them, by all means work a bit. So we just start with our sticky hooks drill. Now this is kind of to do with guard, but it's also just to develop your butterfly guard. And normally the best way to do it is just to lie down on your back. You put your legs in between your partners and you're just gonna activate your legs. So you're just gonna flare your knees out, flare your toes out, and you're just gonna hook behind their knee here. So like this. Now if Laura starts to move, I'm just gonna stay activated and just don't let myself get flattened out. Because if I get myself flattened out here, if Laura tries to start moving, just move your legs. Move your legs.
Oh, sorry.
So if you just start moving your legs, yeah, so you walk to one side. And I say I don't get, yeah. So that's what happens. So again, if I'm here, if I don't stay active, Laura's just going to walk past my guard pretty easy. And once I smash to one side, there's no guard. So again, nice and easy here. Staying active, keeping a composed guard. So again, just works on developing your guard and your hooks. Sticky hooks transfer directly into how your butterfly guard should be played anyway, so it's a good drill to develop your butterfly guard. So now the next development drill is the elevation drill. Now this is super important for butterfly guard. If you don't spend a lot of time on this, your butterfly guard won't be as good as it can be. So how we do this is we just get our partner to go on their knees. Now if you didn't have a partner, guys, you could do this with like a medicine ball or an exercise ball, that you could just pretend the ball is there. Like pretend that's your partner, you're holding the exercise ball, and you're just going to rock back and keep your legs. So rock back and keep your legs.
You're super close to the wall.
Yeah, I know. So again, I'm here, I'm pretending I'm holding my medicine ball or my kettlebell or whatever, and rock back and activate my legs. So now to see that with a partner, I'm just going to get my hooks. I'm going to come under, two hands underneath Laura's arms here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fall back, and as I fall back, I scoop my hips underneath, and I elevate. And I bring her back down. Now I might need to scoop my hips back in underneath again, because you will kind of lose a bit of your positioning every time you do this. So scoop your hips back in, as I fall back, and lift, and I bring her back down. So scoop, lift, and I bring her back down, okay? So again, two quite simple development drills. Your priority with that, guys, is just developing your butterfly guard. It's not, you don't have to get caught up in the like nitty gritty of how it works. Just get used to the movement and it will eventually start transferring into improvements to your game. So now the next thing we're going to look at is our standard butterfly guard sweep. So before I actually get into the sweep with Laura, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to explain how the butterfly guard works. So if you can imagine your partner has 4 points at base. So they have their legs and both hands. So how we're going to offset their base, we're going to take their base away from one side of their body. And we can't get their leg with the butterfly guard, so we need to take their shoulder base away. So we actually need to be sending them over their shoulder. So how we're going to do that, because as I fall, I'm going to fall onto my shoulder. So I'm bringing my partner to the floor this side. And once I get my shoulder to the mat, this is where the work happens. I don't just lift with my top leg, which is what a lot of people try to do. I'm going to actually extend my bottom leg as I lift my top leg. So I'm going to do this. So see the way I'm up on my shoulder and I'm almost falling over myself? That's what you need to be looking to do with your butterfly guard sweep. So again, I'm here, I'm dragging him in, I'm falling on my shoulder, I'm here, and now I'm going to extend. And see how I'm almost going up onto my shoulders. Yeah, obviously, I don't go for my shoulders when I'm sweeping someone because their weight's in the way. But commit to it as much as I am, and then that's how you're going to get your butterfly guard sweeps. So we're just going to look at the standard butterfly guard sweep with Laura now. So the standard one, just a good little detail I find, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it today, but a good detail is just to take a bit of taking an angle with your opponent. Don't stay square. If you stay square with this butterfly guard, you will get past. It's not a very strong butterfly guard. And what happens is it's very easy for them to direct your knees the same direction. And again, that's just like the sticky hooks drill, they can pass. So as soon as I do this, I'm off to one side. If Laura tries to push my knees in one direction, it's quite hard because of the way I am, yeah? So it's just a stronger position. And if Laura wants to flatten me out, she needs to square back into me first. So she needs to square up and now drive. Yeah, exactly. Okay? So because I've taken this kind of 30-degree angle on Laura, it's very hard for her to flatten me out at the start. So then we're just going to take our underhook. In the gi, we'd be grabbing a belt. In no gi, just grab kind of their back of their ribs. Not really a thing you can grab, just kind of use your hand to kind of hook their body as best you can. So in a standard sweep, we're just going to grab, there's two variations. We're going to look at one controlling the wrist in a minute, and we're stretching out. But another one that I like to do is I use my hand behind her elbow, and I use my elbow on her wrist, because now she can't base on her hand now, it's completely kind of sucked into my stomach here. Now as I start to sweep, I'm going to fall to my shoulder, and my shoulder hits the mat. And this is where I start to do the leg work. So I'm pushing off my bottom foot, and I'm lifting up my top foot, like that. Now as I come up, I actually let Laura trap me in her quarter guard, and this is my finishing position. I'll explain this now in a second when we go through the sweep again. Okay, so again, the sweep, I'm in my butterfly guard, taking my angle. Most of the time what I'll be doing is I'll be here playing my butterfly guard, and I take that kind of shoot as I'm getting into the position. Then I come here, I get my grip, I'm going to fall, and as I fall, I extend, and I'm here. Now, you're probably looking at this thinking, why am I landing in quarter guard? It's a bit weird. A lot of people go a lot of people go mount or side control. The reason I let Laura get quarter guard on me is she now thinks she has a guard. You think you're nice and safe with your guard. What happens is, all I have to do to pass is I get my crossface and I smash down here, and she's going to eventually give up on that and let me pass. Especially in a competition scenario, it makes a lot of sense, because what happens is you pass to someone's side control in a competition, they're going to go really hard trying to get back to guard or back to a better position. They get caught in quarter guard, they kind of think, oh, I got swept, but it's not the end of the world, like I can recover from this. Whereas you put someone in a very bad position, they're going to go straight to escape, whereas they might take the foot off the pedal a bit with quarter guard, and then you can finish your pass once they kind of relax. Okay, so now we're going to look at the neck sweep. So this is the kind of, we start to stretch them out and they react. Okay, so again, similar to how setup's the exact same, not really looking at butterfly guard setups, we might do that next week. But again, I'm here and I start to set up this sweep, and Laura now is going to start pulling her hand away. Okay, and now you're probably thinking, I can't sweep because she's a base back. So instead, as soon as I feel the arm pulling away from me, I actually direct the arm under Laura. So I'm actually twisting her like this. So now she can't base. And again, I lift and I sweep into my quarter guard again. So again, finish my pass. It's just your standard knee slice. You just keep your underhook on the top, you drop your hips, and you pass. So again, nice and simple. I'm here, I'm in my butterfly guard. I go for my initial sweep, Laura pulls her hand away. That's it, every time I go for the sweep, she pulls the hand away. As I feel the hand pull away, I push it underneath her. She can't base now, there's no base. And then I get my sweep, and I pass into my knee slice position, and I pass. Okay, so that's kind of the two sweeps you want to look at today. Standard butterfly sweep is probably the bread and butter sweep. You should know it. Even if you're not a butterfly guard player, it's a really, really beneficial sweep to have, just to have it if someone's on their knees in front of you, you just whip it out of nowhere and get a nice quick sweep. If you're more of a butterfly guard player, that's when the second sweeps will start to come into play, and you can build a bit of a game around butterfly guard, which is kind of one of my primary games that I like to play. So now the next thing we're going to look at is just they react too quickly. You can't get the push, you can't get the pull on the arm, so they base as I go for the sweep. So now this is the last thing, so I'm going to just turn back to the camera to set this one up. So again, I'm here, and I go for the sweep. So as I go for the sweep, Laura just gets her arm free, try to commit, not happening. There's no way I'm sweeping her with that base there. So as soon as I feel that happen, I'm going to punch my arm up Laura's body here. And see the way her arm now just slides into my kind of shoulder blade? That's kind of where I want it. Okay, so again, from here, and I do that. Nice and simple, yeah? All I gotta do to finish now is I'm gonna grab my own shoulder. I'm gonna grab my other shoulder. I call this the Tutankhamun because it reminds me of an Egyptian sarcophagus. And I just fall to the back. And then to get a finish, all I'm gonna do is bring both my elbows towards my belly button. And I get a nice quick tap on the arm. Now, the reason I do the kind of Egyptian pharaoh sarcophagus thing is to control it gives me on Laura's arm. If I do this on Laura here, she can rotate her arm. That's not the end of the world if I'm looking to attack omoplatas and other stuff. But if I do the opposite, try to rotate your arm. And that arm's not going anywhere, yeah? And that's why I'm doing it, okay? So again, I'm here, Laura bases. And here I shrug. See the way I'm punching up towards her face? That's what I want. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people kind of try to force the arm and it's actually too shallow. So instead punch up across her head. And that's going to give you a better purchase on the arm. I'm going to fall back, get my sarcophagus arms, squeeze, get the top. Okay, so this is just really, really simple. I'm going to do a bit more detail on why I do stuff with that one. I didn't just show you the kind of standard stuff. I kind of went into some of the more nitty-gritty details. We will be continuing with some butterfly guard. I'm going to teach kind of a system I played, some really aggressive submission setups from butterfly, and you can kind of chain them with your sweeps because then you get making people guess at it, and that's kind of what kind of keeps people on their toes and they make mistakes then, you know. So as always guys, hope you're enjoying the classes. If you have any requests, feel free to send them in. This was butterfly guard was a request from a few people. So if there's anything you want me to kind of cover in the class, a bit of feedback is always helpful. So if you have ideas and suggestions, send them away in. Anyway, stay safe everyone.